Hello, my name is Teresa Heyer, and I am a student in the Masters of Instructional Design and Technology program at Emporia State University. I am presenting today on digital badges. In general, badges are symbols that help us identify information about individuals who carry them. Physical badges allow us to infer the type of certification or training one may have. When we see a police badge, we know the officers who have earned these badges have the training and education needed for that position. Other examples of badges could include the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. Well, the same thing can be said about digital badges. A digital badge is a visual symbol of credentials earned by individuals online, which shows certain skills, achievements, certified attendance, or interests. Open digital badges are virtual ones that are data-rich and shareable online through an open infrastructure for organizations and individuals. Each of these badges represents certain standards of knowledge, criteria for accomplishing a particular skill or interest, and feedback to people seeking certification. Examples of this could include understanding how commas are used to separate a series in a sentence, or how to conduct proper research using databases. You might wonder who uses digital badges. Companies or organizations often use these types of virtual badges with particular skills or credentials in mind, allowing employees or members to access to the skills needed for the work they are involved in. Another area that makes use of digital badges is within the educational field. Badges are used by administration for staff training and certification, or within the classroom by teachers for students. There are many benefits that digital badges offer students or learners. These include motivating learners to engage with online materials and activities in the pursuit of gaining needed certification, allowing learners to understand the goals within the badge framework, understanding their process in short and long-term goals, viewing instant feedback, and providing recognition of status for joining organizations or getting to certain schools, programs, jobs. Just a few examples. While these benefits sound great on paper, is there actually any evidence that digital badges work within the classroom? A case study from Pennsylvania in 2018 showcases a teacher librarian who developed a digital badge system for the senior class who were about to begin a final research paper/project. Before they began, the teacher needed a way to evaluate her students' understanding of past learning, focusing on research skills, database research, formatting and citations, and general writing skills. To accomplish this, she developed a badge system that covered each of these skills, allowing for students to understand the contents to move quickly through the material, and for others who needed reteaching over a particular topic, supplementary materials to use to help develop the skills that would be needed for the research project. Once they gained all the needed badges from the program, students were able to start their actual research projects. Students found the digital badge program fun and enjoyed it more than traditional class lecture or review based on the engaging content and the gaming element of the digital badge programs. Several students felt better and stronger in their skills going into their research project after completing the badge program. Another benefit included less time in reviewing the required research skills and materials in class. Plans are in place to continue this idea for next year and to incorporate badges into the younger grades at this particular school. While there were many benefits shown in this case study, there were a few challenges or downsides also found. The digital badge program for the seniors took over 30 hours to develop, quite a bit of time for a teacher within a classroom setting planning lesson plans. And a few students did not really take to the online badge program, having to be pushed by instructors to complete the program in a reasonable time frame before they could start their research project. There are many advantages to adding digital badges into the classroom curriculum. But how would a teacher go about implementing this? Emily Ham, in her article, How to Create a Digital Badging Program in Your Classroom, offers 5 steps to achieve this goal. Number 1, know the terminology. Number 2, understand badging best practices. 3, understand badging platforms. Number 4, consider your classroom in context. And number 5, use an implementation checklist. The first step is to understand the vocabulary associated with digital badges and its development. There are many concepts and key terms that must be understood before attempting to create a badge program. An example of this would include the difference between public and private badges. The second step would be to understand badging best practices. Researching and learning from others will help you understand the best practices when developing a badging program, such as understanding what each badge requires in effort and what its certification means, understanding the real purpose of using badges, such as not as grades, but defining the effort behind the grades, carefully planning out the end goal, spending time teaching students how to work the badges, and real-life connections that can be used with these badges. The third step is to research the different types of badging platforms, what you develop your program in. Spend time researching the various types of platforms and how they work. Discover which one might work best for you. A few examples of platforms include Credly, Badger, and Canva. The fourth step is to consider your classroom and content. Understand the atmosphere of your classroom, especially the age range of your students and the content you teach. Then imagine what skills you want to teach your students and the end goal you want students to achieve for a badge. Developing this ahead of time will help make your program successful and effective. The final step is to use an implemental checklist as you develop your program. This could include the following steps. Determine the end goal of the program. Develop a timeline for creating this program. Choose an artifact or artifacts for badge management. Decide upon a badge platform. Develop a rubric system for artifacts. Design the visuals for the badges. And plan an evaluation for the project. This is just one plan of action of integrating a digital badging system into the classroom. Digital badges offer alternative strategies encouraging student participation in a visual online system that tracks skills and accomplishments for individuals. Digital badge programs are strategies that some teachers are reaching for to help develop an enriched, positive learning environment that allows students to work at their own pace, understand the program's short-term and long-term goals, and that offers instant feedback. Digital badges are one tool that I believe will continue to develop as a strong strategy within the education field for years to come. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation on digital badges.